letting the time just drift away from me. Feeling my mind, it's drifting out to sea. I wanna smile again before I'm gone. Can we get back to where we used to be? Do we all feel the same? It's just a dream. Can we all laugh again before we're gone? I'm just saving the world. I'm just saving the world. I'm just saving the world from
Live from the top of the Omni building, it's the Cleveland Sports 360 show. Today, joining LG is Dan Romanski from Rush for a Cause. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the man you've been waiting for, LG.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of the Cleveland Sports 360 show. For you loyal followers of the Cleveland Sports 360 show, you may have remembered last fall we had Bruce Nagel from Rush for a Cause on. He is the secretary for Rush for a Cause. What Rush for a Cause is, it's a foundation started by Matt Galland, a high school student, to help critically or traumatically injured students that suffered injuries while playing the sport of football was his inspiration. Nonetheless, he has helped people that haven't been injured, any high school student that suffers an injury playing high school sports. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce tonight, joining me live on the Cleveland Sports 360 show, Dan Romanski, who is the marketing manager for Rush for a Cause. Welcome to the show, Dan. How are you this evening?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much for having me.
I do believe I got that right. You are the marketing man behind the 501c3 foundation. Isn't that correct?
I'm actually the marketing guy behind the event we're having this summer on August 18th.
Which would be the 2012 Blitz, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you've checked out Rush for a Cause, but you have to get to their website. It's rushforacause.org, and that's RUSHFORA cause.org. Get on there, look up the 2012 Blitz. You cannot believe the day of events that's going to be lined up this year. And Streaming Sports Talk, along with Cleveland Sports 360, are the proud online broadcasting partners with Rush for a Cause this year. We will be there live in the flesh, folks, and we will be broadcasting from this event that starts around 8 a.m. in the morning.
That is correct, 8 a.m.
And it goes till like 9:30 p.m.
Yep.
What a day, huh, Dan?
Oh, it's going to be one long day, but it's going to be a day filled with games, scrimmages, fun and everything for the family, entertainment, cheerleading, volleyball. We have it all this year.
Yeah, I noticed that too. You had last year in 2011, you had 174 youth football teams. Tell me what you're expecting this year, Dan.
We're hoping to hit just about the same amount of number of that, but we're also this year we're including cheerleading clinics, cheerleading competitions, and volleyball competitions and scrimmages.
That's going to be how many volley? When I talked to Bruce momentarily just a week ago or so, I thought he was saying it was an ungodly number of volleyball teams. Do you have a count on volleyball teams yet?
I currently do not. I believe we're somewhere around 60 though, which is exactly what we're hitting for.
So you're looking for 60 volleyball teams going to be scrimmaging. And what time do those start? Do you have a itinerary of times lined up yet?
Those start right around the time, or a little bit later than the football scrimmages, and they're going to be lasting all day.
Unbelievable. And your goal this year, Rush for a Cause, Matt Gallen's goal is $50,000. I know last year they raised right around $28,000 for this cause. Mm-hmm. This year we're looking to get around $50,000 to help people out. Is there any way you can shed any light? Are you familiar with what that $28,000 did to help any injured student out over the last year?
I don't know any of the specific stories, but I know that all the money that we do raise goes specifically to the athletes and to the families of the athletes who get injured.
So that's just phenomenal, man. I mean, these guys need help. I know Matt was influenced to start this when somebody suffered a C5, C6 vertebrae injury playing football, and that gave Matt what he needed to get this going. I mean, he just thought to himself, I got to get this going. His parents have been instrumental in helping the organization out. And I didn't get to finish, but get to rushforacause.org. You can contribute to this fund simply by clicking on the 2012 Blitz link at the left-hand side of the website, rushforacause.org. Click on the 2012 Blitz link. There's a schedule of events taking place on the page once it opens up for the 2012 Blitz. It gives you the times, what's going on, the family, the kids, the parents, they're all invited out. There's really not a cover charge to attend the event, although they ask adults to make a $5 donation if they can.
Yeah, a $5 donation really does go a lot further than many people think.
And then tell them some of the things that are going to be happening during this 2012 Blitz. Why should parents bring their kids there, man? I mean, you had 10,000 people there last year for the 2011 Blitz. Tell us what's going to take place at the 2012 Blitz. It's a great day of fun.
Oh, yeah, it is truly going to be a great day of fun. We're going to have everything out there this year. We're going to have bounce palaces for the kids. We're going to be having games, prizes to be won, all-day entertainment, including magicians, balloon animal creators, clowns, everything. Everything that you can think of we're going to be having for all ages.
Wow, man, that's a long day, though, from 8 till 9:30.
And that's not including the scrimmages that'll be happening all day long too, and the cheerleading competitions that we're
it's 174 youth football teams, and obviously there's no more room. You don't need any more football teams, do you?
I believe actually we still have some spots open, so if there are any football teams out there that would like to sign up, please do. We're always willing to have more.
And who do they need to contact to get in touch with to get their youth football team signed up, Dan?
They can actually also register their football team online at rushforacause.org.
There you have it, folks. Get on rushforacause.org. Make sure you look for the 2012 Blitz link on the left-hand side of the web page. It's a great page. You'll see the sponsors, the Cleveland Clinic's involved with this. Tell us who else you have this year.
Cleveland Clinic, the Browns. I believe the Cavs are a sponsor this year. One of the biggest sponsors is actually Sports Time Ohio. They're throwing in a little bit of a special thing for us this year, where one of the newer things we're having this year is a high school cheerleading competition, and it's going to be judged by the audience, and the winner is going to receive the ability to host a little commercial on Sports Time Ohio.
Now, are you familiar with Matt Galland? I mean, he's at the Air Force Academy right now, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct. He is. I've never met him, but I've heard about him through Bruce and a couple of the other people involved with Rush for a Cause.
So, will he be here for the 2012 Blitz? Do you know?
I have not heard that, and I'm hoping he does. I'd love to get a chance to meet him.
And how long have you been involved with Rush for a Cause now?
This past May is when I started. Bruce contacted me over the internet, asked me if I wanted to help out, seeing as I have a past in promotions and marketing, and I've been on board since May of this past year.
And give us a little bit of your background, Dan. Where did you get this background in marketing and promotions?
I'm a graduate of the University of Cincinnati with a degree in multimedia and video production, and I used to promote films for Warner Brothers and Fox Searchlight in Cincinnati, and I've been working up in Cleveland now for a little bit of time, and I'm currently creative media manager at a company in Chagrin Falls called Spoon Drawer Media, which is a production company.
That's phenomenal, man. You're not a Bengals fan by any chance, are you?
No, I'm not. My family's from Wisconsin. So
I see you got the orange shirt on. You know.
No, it was one of the only clean ones this morning, I'll be honest.
That's kind of how like LG does it. If it's clean, I put it on. Usually it's still hanging in the laundry room. I grab it off the hanger, man. But you know, this is just an unbelievable organization, Rush for a Cause. I mean, you know, you're talking about high school cheerleaders having a competition there. Do we know how many cheerleading teams are signed up?
We do not know how many cheerleading teams are signed up, but other than the competition, we also have 2 clinics throughout the day for younger girls, broken off in between 2 different age groups based on age that are going to be going on throughout the entire day.
You know, people don't realize the amount of injuries that take place to high school cheerleaders is a phenomenal number, man. I mean, knee injuries. I personally know a girl. Yeah, knee, ankle. I mean, I personally know a girl who's on her 7th knee operation. She's 26 years old. She originally hurt her knee high school cheerleading at 17 years old, and she's on her 7th knee operation already. So a lot of people don't realize how physical demanding being a high school cheerleader can be, and the toll it takes on your body. Well, you know, being there just from May, maybe you're not privy to the information yet, Dan, but I wonder if Rush for a Cause ever had to reach out and help a high school cheerleader that got injured.
I do not know the story of that, but I'm sure if someone was, they would reach out, seeing as cheerleading is part of the event.
Well, if there's anybody out there watching that has a background, wants to call into the show and add a little bit of information about Rush for a Cause, feel free to pick up the phone. The number is 216-672-4300. Again, that number is 216-672-4300. And we're going to take a little commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to come back with more of Dan Romanski with Rush for a Cause. We're going to get a little bit further into this 2012 Blitz coming up. And what a great organization. Maybe you can check out the website while we're on this break. But come right back to the Cleveland Sports 360 show right here on StreamingSportsTalk.com.
Try my best to tolerate wife, his kids are what he did. Although his death was unexpected, when will you begin to accept it? And if it isn't too
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cleveland Sports 360 show. Tonight's special guest, all the way from Chagrin Falls. He ran here like a maniac because this Rush for a Cause event is so close to your heart you didn't want to miss 1 minute, did you, Dan?
That is correct.
Dan Romanski from Rush for a Cause, ladies and gentlemen. Again, it's rushforacause.org. I definitely want you to check out that website. I definitely want you to click on the link on the left-hand side, the 2012 Blitz. It's going to be a great event for the family, the kids. Where else can you go for, two adults, 2 kids? You're talking $14, if I'm not mistaken. $5 per adult, $2 for each kid.
Correct. There's no admission into the event. We do ask people, give a little bit of a donation at the door to help keep the cause going and keep supporting us.
I'll tell you one way, if you didn't really have the funds, let's just say there's people out there that are hurting right now, and we know the economy still isn't back up to snuff. I mean, you just graduated college not too long ago.
That is correct.
You probably have some fellow students that can't even get employment yet. Is that about right or what?
Yeah, that's about right.
All you got to do is go out there and volunteer for Rush for a Cause. Tell us a little bit about the volunteer need that Rush for a Cause has this year, Dan.
Well, I can do a great job of doing that and relating it to last year. Last year we had 10,000 people show up, and we're looking for that or even more that are going to be showing up this year.
We have more teams. We have the cheerleaders, plus we have the volleyball teams. Last year we just had the football.
Correct, and I think a little bit of cheerleading, but not to the extent that we're having it this year.
60 volleyball teams. It's got to be 10 people on a team, right?
I believe so, roughly, yeah.
So you're talking 600 people playing volleyball.
Mm-hmm. And can't forget the 170-plus football teams that are going to be there.
And we had 300-plus volunteers for Rush for a Cause in 2011.
Correct.
How many do we need this year?
Our goal is, at least at the beginning, was 250. But with the way we're putting it out there this year's event, we're going to need more. And anybody that is able to volunteer, we could really use you. All you have to do is go on to rushforacause.org, look for the Family Sports Blitz logo in the top corner, and sign up to be a volunteer. You're able to request a certain time and day where you would be more able to help out, and in what area you would like to help out. Areas such as games, entertainment, parking, being a side judge for either football or volleyball, or just simple assistance in running around for just to assist at different parts of the event.
So, there's no need to think you got to go out there. And if you're truly devastated cash-wise and you can't afford a $5 donation for an adult, you can go there and volunteer. And it doesn't even have to be a 12-hour shift. You guys are breaking this up in increments, right?
Oh yeah. It's 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours is what we're asking for. That way you're able to. Obviously it's going to be hot there. It's in the middle of August, and if we're already having 100-degree days in June, just imagine it. So, we don't want people out in the sun too long. We want you drinking water. We want you, helping out what you can help us out with, but then also enjoying the event a little bit yourself.
Now, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this event takes place August 18th, 2012. We're just a little over a month away from the event. It takes place at 6380 Mill Road in Broadview Heights, Ohio, 44147. Again, that's 6380 Mill Road in Broadview Heights, Ohio, 44147. It starts at 8 a.m. and it goes all the way till 9:30 p.m. The football scrimmages are going to kick off around 8 a.m.
That is correct.
You got the volleyball, you got the cheerleading, you got the games for the kids. There's going to be all kinds of events.
Food all day long.
Now, let me ask you, is there a phone number people can call if they want to volunteer and maybe for some reason they don't have time to log on and fill out a form, man?
I do not have a phone number off the top of my head, but I will look it up right now.
We're going to look up the phone number for you people that are too tied up that can't get on.
See if I
Alex, you went to high school with Matt a little bit, didn't you?
Yes, I did. And just speaking of the location, that would probably be the high school football field, right? Am I?
Yes, it is.
That is a beautiful football field. They installed new grass a couple years ago there for Brecksville. Great field, great area. I mean, that's a great place to go to. It's a great place for an event. But Matt, yeah, he's actually a friend of mine. He was a great football player too. And I remember.
Well, I think he's playing at the Air Force Academy.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yeah, but me and him had some good times because I was with the football team for a couple of years and then taking photos afterwards. And yeah, and I've seen the effects on people who've gotten injured that way because actually we had a player. Fortunately, he didn't get hurt seriously, but he was our quarterback, and then all of a sudden he got a hit from one of the guys and was taken to the hospital. And fortunately for him, he's fine and everything, but we were all scared. Everybody on the sideline was holding their breath.
You just got to pray every time a football team takes a field. Just a few weeks ago, out in Toledo, Ohio, I mean, there's these semi-pro football teams, and the guy literally took a hit and fell over dead right there on the field. I mean, he was roughly speaking, late 20s. He was married, he had 2 young kids, and he collapsed and died right on the field. Nobody could resuscitate him or anything, and it's the unfortunate part about playing sports. You could be a baseball player, take a foul tip to the head. You could be sitting in the dugout, not paying. You could be killed at any given moment. It's by God's grace that saves people, and it's by organizations like Rush for a Cause that steps in and maybe helps somebody out that really, really needs help. And if you go to the rushforacause.org website, you'll see Matt's story, and right next to Matt's picture, you'll see a picture of the inspiration that got Matt to start out on this Rush for a Cause organization. And it's traumatic enough. When you click that picture, there's another guy that had a pole vaulting accident, and it looks to me like part of the poor fella's head was caved in because of that pole vaulting accident. You're talking about maybe going up over a 12-foot high bar, man. I mean,
yeah, if you lose your grip, you're going to fall from that. I mean, I never played football growing up, but I grew up playing hockey, and so I understand injuries.
Yeah, I mean, you come down from a high pole vaulting accident and you hit your head. Unfortunately, I think something like that may have happened to that poor fella. And Rush for a Cause was there to step in and offer a helping hand to somebody that needed help and it needed some special things done. And one kid that broke his neck, C5, C6, you're talking cervical vertebrae there, people. In case you didn't know it, LG has I used to be a freelance doctor until they kicked me out of the hospital. But no, your C6 and C5's up in your neck, you can be completely paralyzed. It's high enough up when you have a vertebral collapse, and it puts pressure on your spinal cord. And, then you get in your thoracic vertebrae down below that, and then you start getting into your lumbar spine, you'll lose your legs. But when this poor fella needed to get to Florida, and he needed to get some rehabilitation at a special place with an injury so high up, and he's doing much better because of this Rush for a Cause organization that was able to step in and help this guy travel down to Florida and help get him into the proper rehab to get redone. One day we may see stem cells come into play where they're able to, really we're going to repair. Stem cells have the opportunity to grow anything in the human body. We're not quite there yet, folks. They're just starting to inject human stem cells into people's eyes to stop macular degeneration. We can't wait till the day where it can cure paralysis, and hopefully we won't need a Rush for a Cause organization. But right now, we need all the Rush for a Cause organizations that we can get to help people that get catastrophic medical bills and can't afford to pay the treatments that these athletes need, all because of a bad tackle or an accident or whatever. It's just when your day comes and that injury happens, there's nothing you can do about it, right, Dan?
That is correct. And not only do we need the organizations, but such as Rush for a Cause, but we also need the support of the communities around the organization, such as the greater Cleveland area and even downtown itself. Those who are into sports and follow sports, this is a perfect event for everybody in the city.
So back to the volunteers, ladies and gentlemen. We need more volunteers for August 18th. It's a Saturday. It starts out about 8 a.m. It goes to 9:30. You're going to work in increments of 3 or 4 hour shifts.
Correct.
You don't have to stay there. If you can only come and give a couple of hours, that's all. I mean, you don't have to feel bad if you have an hour you want to spare. Did we come up with a phone number for that? Dan?
Yes, we do have a phone number. It is 440-740-1154, and that is the phone number for Rush for a Cause. Again, it's 440-740-1154. And of course, you can find much more information about Rush for a Cause, the organization, or this Family Sports Blitz event on rushforacause.org.
Not only do you can see some things about that on rushforacause.org, if you're a Facebook user, you can visit the Rush for a Cause Facebook page. There's a lot of information. I think there's 17,000 members over there.
Oh yeah, it's growing. It's growing every day. It's a
that group,
great Facebook page.
Almost 18,000 members the last I checked earlier this afternoon. Rush for a Cause on Facebook. Go there, join the group, get involved. Read the post, read what's going on, watch and see how they're helping these people that need help. I just wish there was organizations like this when I was younger, because I was always breaking something and sometimes running up medical bills. That's why I was playing football and got hit on the leg one time and got a serious staph infection, man. And I remember I was in between jobs and I didn't have health care insurance, And it was a catastrophic medical bill, because you can lose your leg from a staph infection. And all that takes is one blunt trauma in the right spot at the right time, and you got problems, folks. So, as I said, you just can't say enough good things about Rush for a Cause. But we need volunteers. We're asking you to take time out of your busy life on August 18th. Come out and help Dan and Bruce. And,
I'll be out there all day, and the night before setting up, and the night after tearing down.
That's a weekend event for you, my man.
Exactly.
And you're just a volunteer yourself, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct.
What a feather in your cap to be able to graduate college. And Bruce Nagel's one hell of a guy.
He really
you got to
is.
tip your cap to Bruce. Bruce works a lot. I mean, this guy goes and goes. He's like the Energizer Bunny, isn't he?
He is, and I'm always getting emails with more ideas of how we can promote it, which I love that he's so involved in it.
It's unbelievable, man. I mean, he's a workhorse. Bruce Nagel is the secretary of Rush for a Cause. He puts a lot of things together. I know he's involved in getting sponsorships. Hey, maybe you want to become a corporate sponsor. Get to rushforacause.org. Check it out. 2012 Blitz, left-hand side of the page. We're going to be right back with Dan Romanski and Rush for a Cause with more of the Cleveland Sports 360 show right here on StreamingSportsTalk.com.
They can't hear through their pistons, think they're wild. All of these incidents, they're not coincidence. It's not a game of chance, baby. More like convenience, not quite evidence. Look at the evidence, you'll see. Proof that you just can't deny. If you read between the lines, when you realize your freedom isn't free, you'll be paranoid and stop trusting so blindly. Every move you're making, there's watchers watching, but who's watching them? The only thing that probably that no one else can see is inside your head. Don't let them take that from you. Your ideas are bulletproof. Constant feeling that their guns are all pointed at you. But intimidation gets
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cleveland Sports 360 show. Our special guest all the way from Chagrin Falls, Dan Romanski, with the organization Rush for a Cause. Rush for a Cause is a 501c3 organization brought to life by Matt Galland, who was the founder, to help injured, and I'm talking severely injured, high school athletes. You wouldn't believe it. You got to get to rushforacause.org. Their big event for 2012 is coming up August 18th. It takes place at 6380 Mill Road, Brecksville Heights. I'm lying. Broadview Heights, 44147. And Alex, that's the high school, right?
Yeah, Brecksville Broadview Heights High School's field.
Football stadium, which is a beautiful facility, according to Mr. Hailstorm over there. And it takes quite a few sponsors to put an event like this together. Tell us, Dan, who do we have for sponsors for Rush for a Cause for the 2012 Blitz?
Our biggest sponsors this year, our title sponsors, they are very charitable with us and help out a lot, are Romeo's Pizza and the Cleveland Clinic. They've given us countless dollars and support and to help us put on this year's event.
Must be pretty good pizza, huh?
I've actually never had it. I'm looking forward to trying it someday.
Come on, man. You better go right over there when we're done with this show and at least get a Romeo's Pizza. Alex, you ever have Romeo?
Alex says he's
Alex
had
looked like a guy that he looks like a guy that piled down a few pizza pies in his day. I'll tell you
I'll
that
have
right
to check
now.
it out then. If Alex says it's good enough for me. I'll go check it out.
So we got Romeo's Pizza. We got the Cleveland Clinic. We got the Cleveland Browns doing something. We got the Gladiators.
We've got 1440 AM. We've got 1220. We've got Fast Signs, Medical Mutual, Dick's, Remax. We have everything.
And don't forget, streamingsportstalk.com, donating all these broadcasts, donating the broadcasting time, and we had Bruce over here to make everybody aware of what was going on last fall. We knew this event was coming up, and we are glad to be the official online broadcasting partner for Rush for a Cause.
We're glad to have you as that.
Hey, we're glad to be here, and I want you to come back after the Blitz too, man.
I can do that
and give our viewers a report on what went on.
Now, I would love to come back after the Blitz and record about the success that I know it will be.
Because this is your first experience with something on this broad of a scale. How long you been out of college now? Let me see your ID, man.
Luckily, I do not have a pink ID yet.
What age are you now?
I'm 24 years old.
You look like you're 21 years old to me, man. But no, seriously, Dan, this is a big thing, man. And what this kid did in high school is just a phenomenal thing for a high school student to even think of something like this.
Oh, it's truly inspirational.
And not only that, just to get it to the level that he's gotten it, which I think he's scratched the surface so far compared to what Rush for a Cause wants to be able to do. And then you're getting guys like you involved, guys like Bruce Nagel involved. The parents are involved. It's going to turn into something bigger and bigger. This is a big day, August 18th. Tell us, is there going to be refreshments? How do people you know, what do they have to do? Pack a picnic lunch? I mean, how does this work?
Oh, no, of course. We'll have refreshments all day long. From the morning until the end of the day. We'll be sure anybody is there will be able to get food.
So we have vendors there going to be selling food?
Yep.
And obviously there's going to be fluids for people to drink.
There's going to be plenty of water for everybody. We're expecting, with current weather situations, we're expecting it to be a hot day. So we're going to make sure.
What is it supposed to be for that weekend?
Well, it's August 18th, Alex.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, because actually you're catching me on a weekend where I have my own events that week.
Give us the 37-day forecast, man.
Well, according to one of the
AccuWeather.
guys we know, it's supposed to be a good weekend, according to him. It's a weatherman, so we're taking his word.
So you'll be able to go out there, enjoy this day of fun. There's fun houses for the kids, those
bounce castles. There's football, volleyball, and cheerleading going on all day long. Other forms of entertainment, magicians, balloon animals, everything. Everything you could have, games, different vendors such as that, is everything you can imagine will be going on. But we cannot do it without the support of the community and volunteers.
We got to get more volunteers. Again, you can go to rushforacause.org, check out the 2012 Blitz on the left-hand side, upper left-hand corner of the web page, and sign up. I mean, click on you want to be a volunteer. Sign up and be a volunteer. I mean, how many times in your lifetime, think about this, folks, in your lifetime, how many times did you see a high school student, now he's a college student at the Air Force Academy.
He is at the Air Force Academy.
Matt Gallen, start a foundation like this to help injured people. I mean, he's not doing this for himself, you know.
Not at all. He's out there to help, athletes and the families of athletes who get injured, which is
very commendable. Man.
Very commendable.
Very commendable. And I think people need to get involved, and I think if you can reach into your pockets, folks, and you can't make the event, you can go online, rushforacause.org, and you can make a donation to Rush for a Cause. Click again on the 2012 Blitz link and just click, I want to make a donation. I mean, there's no denomination that you have to put in.
None at all. Anything, anything that you are able to give to help out truly means a lot.
Could be a buck.
True.
Could be $10.
Could be 30, 25,
Reach down in your pocket and pull out your credit card, get on Rush. I think they can send in checks, too. There's an address.
Correct. There is an address where they can send in checks.
Yeah, definitely. You can help out by volunteering. You can help out monetarily if you have a few bucks that you can spare. And you can go to the event. You can enjoy a day of scrimmages. And what does this teach the young people, man, in your eyes, Dan? You got these scrimmage football teams, these are all Pee-wee football teams, right?
Yeah, that is correct.
And what does this teach these youngsters in America today?
Well, to me, coming from my background playing hockey, just remembering, if I ever had an event like this, which I'm sad to say I never did, but for the little kids, it's teaching a sense of responsibility and helping out with community. It's it's all about fun. It's all about fun and support for things that a lot of people enjoy and people love. People love football. People love cheerleading. Love volleyball. So it's just it's an opportunity to enjoy the time with other teams in the area. Play a team you might not have played during your season, or and really just create a sense of community.
You ever think that the Cleveland Browns will have cheerleaders, Dan?
With our weather here, probably not.
I mean, there's cold cities other than Cleveland, man.
Normally they bring in high school cheerleaders.
We need some professional Cleveland Browns. I mean, you brought up cheerleading. People like cheerleading.
People
I know there's a guy probably watching right now by the name of Al Raditz, the founder of the Cleveland Browns Need Cheerleaders. He, I think, talked to Bruce on a couple occasions and seen if there was something. Al runs the Sub-Zero mission, which helps out people in the wintertime, man, distributing blankets and all that. Al was a big-time Marine, but I mean, I just had to ask you, does Rush for a Cause officially think the Cleveland Browns should get some cheerleaders? That's your official stance.
I don't know if I could put an official stance on that for the organization.
There you have it, Al. You can't speak up for you. What's your personal opinion on that?
Personal, I'd see it. I think the Browns should do it.
The Browns should have cheerleaders.
But probably half the league doesn't really have them.
There's a lot of nice-looking
There
cheerleaders,
are,
Alex.
but there are a bunch of teams that still don't have.
There's
them.
not that many. There's only 2. Look it up, man.
Which ones are they?
There's 2 or 4. The Cleveland Browns are one of them. Who's the other? I can't remember. Al, if you're watching, give us a call and tell Alex who the... Look it up. I'm telling you, Alex, there's not that many teams that don't have cheerleaders now, man. Look at the basketball. I mean, you got all the dance teams now.
Oh, yeah.
But we're not here just to talk about Cleveland Browns needing cheerleaders anyways. We're here to talk about Rush for a Cause. And Rush for a Cause can certainly use your help, folks. You know, how many volunteers do you have already? Do you have a number on that, or is it still up in the air?
It's still, it changes daily.
We
So-
definitely need to get more volunteers. Last year you had 300 plus.
Correct.
You're probably going to need close to 400 or 500
If
this
we're,
year.
last year we had 10,000 people show up. And we're expecting more, so we're going to need more than 300 volunteers.
You know what? This would be a good opportunity for a church group that wants to go out and do something good for somebody.
A Boy Scout troop.
You know, take your whole church group or your Boy Scout, your Cub Scouts, whatever the case may be. Somebody that can go out and loan a helping hand to somebody else. Rush for a Cause is a very good, one day. You're talking one day, and it's on a Saturday, too.
It's on a Saturday, yep. And not only do we need volunteers, but coaches of Pee Wee football teams. If you guys haven't registered yet, please register. People who want to be involved with the cheerleading clinics. We're still looking for people to, young kids to be involved with those. The more, the merrier.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I think Kenyon and myself are pretty decent at judging talent. And so I think when it comes to, do you need judges for these cheerleaders? Because we can sit there and...
It's going to be all based on audience reaction.
Okay.
So-
All right. So basically the amount of applause a certain team gets...
Correct.
That's who's going to be scoring higher.
Correct.
Okay, so it's
Does that
just
go
not
for
a...
the high school event?
That's the high school event.
Uh-oh, that means Brecksville has a little home field advantage there, ladies and gentlemen.
Doesn't matter, Alex, man.
I know, I'm joking around.
Could
here.
come from anywhere. When you get 10,000 people, I'm sure they're not all right from the
Exactly.
the Brecksville. And actually, I think you're expecting slightly over 10,000 people this
Correct.
year.
So-
Last year we had 10,000 people, so this year it could be over 10,000 people, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, I'm pleading with you. Get to the rushforacause.org website. Find out if there's a way you can help. Click on the 2012 Blitz and see what you can do. You can sign up. You can volunteer. You can take your credit card out and maybe make a donation. Or you can send in a check to Rush for a Cause. I think we have a live caller by the name of Bruce Noggle, the secretary from Rush for a Cause. He's probably calling in to scold me for saying something I shouldn't have said. Bruce, you with us?
I'm here, buddy. I wanted to thank you so much for helping us out tonight and letting Dan come in and talk about Rush for a Cause. Really appreciate it, Larry.
Hey, Bruce, it's my pleasure. It's Kenyon's pleasure. StreamingSportsTalk.com's been behind Rush for a Cause since we first had you down in the flats. We have a beautiful studio here now in Euclid. What do you think, Dan?
That's a great studio.
Bruce hasn't been here yet to the new facility.
Oh, Bruce, it's a great studio.
You're going to like it a lot better than what you saw before, Bruce. So we invite you to come down after the Blitz and give us a full report. Maybe you and Dan both can show up, huh?
We'd love to do that. And again, Larry, just really appreciate all the help.
Hey, anything I can do to help. I think it's a very unbelievable effort that this Matt Gallen started in high school. You knew it blew me away when me and you were doing this live on the set. Is there anything you want to add to tonight's show, Bruce? We talked about the need for volunteers. We talked about donations. Get to the rushforacause.org website. Click on the 2012 Blitz link. If you can't get there live in the flesh, you can make a donation on the website. Is there anything else you want to add to tonight's conversation?
Well, we really could use some more youth football teams, Larry, to scrimmage. So I know you know some of the guys, and if you could get the word out to them, get the word out on future shows, it's really a great experience for the kids, and it's good for the kids to give back to the community instead of everything being me. So that's where we could use your help.
This is such a me world we're living in today, too. And Dan and I just touched on the fact what a great lesson this is to the youngsters in America to have an organization like this where they can learn at an early age, because these are little pee-wee football teams doing these scrimmages. what responsibility is. And, you know, the Bible tells you to love thy neighbor, man, and, you know, you got to start taking care of each other. I think this would be a beautiful world if everybody would look out for the other guy instead of trying to stab him in the back these days, and we see so much of that happening, Bruce. But I'll put the word out for these Pee Wee football teams. Did any of my friends call you at all, like Al Raditz? Did he get up and call you ever?
I haven't heard from Al. You may want to give him another nudge and have him call me.
Yeah, I'll do it. I think they might have booted him out of Pee Wee football because he's involved with the older kids now a little bit. So what's the age limit, Bruce? Do we have an age limit on the football teams?
Larry, we go from the Mighty Mites at 6 years old all the way up to seniors in high school, but predominantly 6 years old up to 13 years old.
Okay, 6 to 13-year-old teams we're looking for. I'll see what I can do, Bruce. I'll get a couple more words out, and it's a phenomenal event. August 18th, again, I want to inform everybody. It starts at 8 a.m. in the morning. Saturday, August 18th, goes to 9:30 p.m., 6380 Mill Road, Broadview Heights, Ohio, 44147. That way you can do a map quest if you're traveling from a long distance. We still need some more volunteers, Dan was saying. Anything you want to add on the volunteer level there, Bruce?
We have very supportive communities up here in Northeast Ohio, and it seems like a lot of people are waiting for their summer plans, and hopefully by July 9th, August 18th, shaking out is a date that's open that they can join us. And please go on the website and sign up, because there's something for everybody.
That's what we were telling them, and Dan gave out a phone number that they can call to the Rush for a Cause organization if there was some reason maybe somebody couldn't get onto the website to sign up. But also, you have the Facebook page, Rush for a Cause, right, Bruce?
I'm sorry, Larry, what was that again?
You do have the Facebook page available as well, correct?
That is correct.
So people can just go there, like Rush for a Cause on Facebook, and get a lot of information maybe that way too. Bruce, it's been my pleasure having you guys here tonight, man. Anything else you'd like to say before we're going to end this show? We got unsportsmanlike conduct coming up at 7, so we'll get out of here a little bit early tonight. Anything else you'd like to add?
Last thing I'd like to add, Larry, is thank you again for giving us this opportunity and helping us get the word out.
Hey, it's my pleasure, Bruce, anytime. And we look forward to seeing your smiling face right here in this studio after the event. It could be weeks after the event. It doesn't really matter. I would just like to have you come
Dan and I'll
down.
come back.
And don't forget, we're going to be there August 18th to do some live broadcasting right there from Rush for a Cause. I don't think we'll be there for the entire 18 hours of the event, but we will be there for at least 3 or 4 hours.
Okay, buddy. We'd love to have you.
We'll see you then, Bruce. Be good, and God bless you, man.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, Bruce.
Well, anything you'd like to add, Dan?
I think we've pretty much touched on everything I wanted to, talk about. The need for volunteers, the need for, more football teams to get involved, and the fact that it's going to be a great day for people of all ages, with the games and the bounce houses and the scrimmages going on. It's truly gonna be a great day for everybody, and we look forward to having everybody out there.
Well, there you have it, folks. Dan Romanski from Chagrin Falls drove all the way here like a maniac. Gets off of work at 5:30. Our show starts at 6. He got
I did
here
it speed, so we'll go with that.
You got here on time. Hey, I used to practice in Chagrin Falls with the band I played in. I knew from my house in Euclid to there 22 and a half minutes every single day when I was younger. But this is a serious thing, people. We need your help. We need more volunteers, and we need some more youth football team. RushForACause.org is the website. Again, that's RushForACause.org. You go on the website, you're going to see Matt Gallen's face, and you'll see some injured victims and read some testimonies right to the right of Matt. Directly to the left, you'll see some links. Look for the 2012 Blitz link. Click that link. A whole nother web page will open up specifically designed to handle the 2012 Blitz. Scroll down that page, If you want to make a donation, you'll see it right on the bottom of the page almost. It's maybe a little bit midway down the page.
That, and on the rushforacause.org, there's a donation tab on the top of the page.
Top right of that page, there's a donation tab, right, before you even get to the 2012 Blitz.
Correct.
Yeah. And then for volunteering for the 2012 Blitz, once you're on that page, you'll find the link to fill out a form to volunteer.
That is correct.
Again, can you give us the number they can call to volunteer just one more time in
Yes,
case somebody...
I do
just
have
wanted
that.
to see if you still knew where it was.
It's right here. It's 440-740-1154.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, Rush for a Cause 2012 Blitz taking place August 18th, 2012. It's a day of fun for you and the kids. You really don't have to pay anything to get in. They ask for a $5 donation per adult and a $2 donation for the kid. But let me tell you something. The kids will have so much fun. There's so many things going to be taking place. It'll be the best $2 you ever spent to keep your child occupied on an entire Saturday in your entire life.
For the entire day.
And these people help people. That's going to be it for us tonight on the Cleveland Sports 360 show. Don't change that channel. Don't log off this internet. Coming up next on StreamingSportsTalk.com, Unsportsmanlike Conduct with the beautiful Kenya Huff, Kenyon Johnson, and Christian Patterson. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the debut this coming Thursday at 9 p.m. The brand new show right here, Drag Racing, the ultimate sport, with the Kennedy family as your host. Good night, God bless you, and don't forget to visit rushforacause.org. You'll want to get involved when you do your homework. Thank you very much, and God bless you. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.